Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, intuition and alignment. Intuition and alignment. We always know what is and isn't in alignment for us. Even if we don't know certain facts, details, or the specifics of things, we know what feels on and what feels off. All children know this. In fact, it's even easier as children because there aren't as many stories or rules to interfere. We are naturally intuitive. Where we run into trouble with ourselves is when we stop listening, ignore, or take action in the opposite direction of what feels energizing to us. When we choose the less energizing choice, we feel the agony of inner conflict. A conflict that is often reinforced by a sense of obligation, feeling like you have to do it a certain way or like you don't know what else to do. When doubt, fear, and obligation rear their heads, we can find ourselves sliding into what we know and what is familiar to us rather than what is actually aligned. Convincing ourselves to take unaligned actions, even when we know we will feel less energized by doing so, sometimes feels like the only way. Why is this? It's because we don't want to feel the uncertainty of not knowing what's next. We let our avoidance of uncertainty of outer things override our knowing of inner things. We start to accommodate to the appearance of outer things rather than stay centered in our inner knowing. Sometimes it feels just so tempting to do so. We feel lost because the outer world isn't giving us facts, details, and certainty. Our inner world, while feeling good in its alignment, gets swayed by the seeming lack of things showing themselves to us. Alas, we get pulled by that part of us that feels like it has to know what will happen and needs some solid evidence of it. We know we've been swayed when we start to feel heavy. Our energy feels drained and it takes a lot of work to do little things. It feels hard to make things happen. Nothing seems to work and we feel unclear. We become impatient and demanding. We lose touch with gratitude. We don't see the magic in life and typically we complain a bit. We work harder to make something, anything happen. We don't even know what we specifically feel anymore, only that whatever it is, we don't like it, and we want some information, details, facts, and certainty to show up already. We've all experienced this a time or two. You wouldn't be human if you hadn't. This is what it feels like to be disconnected. Disconnected from yourself, and therefore being or choosing differently than what is actually in alignment for you and where you would like to come from. Surprisingly, choosing what feels more aligned or more energized might freak you out a little bit. Sometimes it's easy, and sometimes it will require that you allow yourself to feel the mystery of not knowing. However, if you can handle the heat, you will develop the muscle of following your alignment. And that is a muscle worth developing. Some people might call this faith or trust. And in addition to that, there is a huge heap of courage required to listen and follow what it is you already know inside. To break this down a little further, uncertainty can manifest as someone not responding favorably to a choice you make. It might also look like not having a backup plan. It can be taking an action towards something that feels exciting without any clue what the results will be. It can be pausing or waiting when no answers or options are presenting themselves. There is perceived risk in these things. Risk to our sense of identity, to our relationships, to our feelings of safety, and a sense of progress. Yet if we desire to feel energized, to feel alive and vital, then we must learn to follow our inner knowing. Call it intuition, inner knowing, or alignment. It's all the same. When we choose the choice, the way or the path that energizes us, whether that means taking no action or taking massive action, we always feel better. It always feels better to choose our alignment, even if it feels scary, threatening, or uncertain, and even if it means we have to let something go. Letting something go could be letting go of a way of being, thinking, or seeing that is very familiar to us. It might be letting go of a relationship configuration so that it can reconfigure. It might be shifting physical locations or letting go of objects. It might be letting go of ideas that aren't really exciting to us, but that we've convinced ourselves we need or want. When we let go, we create space for life to show us what is really in alignment and what the appearance of our true alignment looks like. We all have the capacity to take actions in alignment. It is, of course, our free will to choose whether or not we will. It is more exciting and unnerving to follow our inner knower all of the time. Our inner knower is our compass, our guide, and our friend in this lifetime. It is constantly informing us even when we aren't listening. However, if you choose to listen and have the courage to take action in response to its messages, you will always feel like you are on purpose, even when you don't know what the heck you're doing or what the heck is going on. You can simultaneously be in the total mystery and complete alignment at the same time. Having your mind know something based on the appearance of what is showing up in your life pales in comparison to living an aligned life in complete mystery. Again, courage is required, and with more and more aligned action, you will come to understand the basic mechanisms of how life works. Life will show you what your alignment looks like when you come from being aligned. You can forget about what you think life should look like from your ideas of alignment and instead watch the movie be revealed to you before your very eyes. It's exciting and it's a mystery.